What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to take a look at KANG in raids. Yes, you heard it right, we are going to take a look at KANG in raids and see exactly how it performs. And this is going to be the first video of many where we are going to take a look at KANG, break down what he's able of doing together with the different characters in Arena, in Dark Dimension, in Raids, in Cosmic Crucible, and also in Alliance Wars, because that's also important. For example, we tested the team out today with Yo-Yo and Black Bolt and KANG the Conqueror, which was a very interesting team. So in the upcoming days we are going to bring you videos with those kind of topics. And then you can decide and figure out for yourself if this is a character that you want to invest in, if you want to spend power cores on or not, and what kind of priorities you should have in terms of ISO weight, because we already made several tests with Striker and Raider, and why some ISO weight is better than other in other situations. So in this video, once again, we are going to take a look at KANG in raids and how he perform. And I apologize because I'm a little bit sleepy. I was about to go to sleep, and then a big surprise. I received a text message on my Discord, a private message saying this: "Real Towner. Okay, my dudes, time has come." Who has screenshots of some abysmal things that DuArktik said. So it seems that Towner got angry or something. He used my leaks to make a video for himself. He didn't give me any credit after he made the entire video crying about Mr. Artgrave and other people not giving credit to him. And then he decided to use my material and use it, not give any credit, not mention my name, not mention anything. And then he decides to do this campaign against me, because a lot of people were mentioning in the comments from his own video that he should give credit to the person that leaked this. And I don't understand why Towner is making all this drama. I have no interest in this. We are just wasting time. Can we move on and focus on the game? This is just pathetic, Towner. Like, stop. This is all so ridiculous. And some people say that I'm looking for drama. I'm not looking for any drama. I want just for people to leave me alone. That's it. Leave me alone. That's it. It's very simple. But yeah, so Towner decided to create a campaign against me. And because of that, I'm not able to sleep. There were multiple people invading my Discord with offensive messages and things like that. And then Towner made a video recently saying that KANG the Conqueror was not nerfed, and he made quite a joke about it because, yeah, look at this. You are just dumb. He calls me dumb because I mentioned that there were some flaws there with the kit. Maybe there was some mistake, maybe there was something. If he was not so lazy, maybe he could have checked the kit beforehand and make an announcement to the community to say that, yeah, there is nothing wrong with the kit, so ignore it because there is not a problem. But he decided to call me dumb for absolutely no reason. You saw very well that on in-game and on MSF.gg the kits were different, so I don't know why is it dumb. If it's different, why is it dumb? It doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, Towner makes this video, which was a dead topic 13 days ago. This is something that we know since Spider Weaver was released. Even Remanex said that Towner was wrong because this bug, this nerf, has been around for a long time. It's a bug with characters that apply negative effects to Spider Weaver, like Yo-Yo, like Green Goblin, like Miles, that on their turn they apply negative effects or some kind of effects to the enemy side, and it removes the charges from Spider Weaver. This was something that we knew from the first day or second day that Spider Weaver was released, because I sent a DM to Tauna saying this, Tauna, can you check out the kit because Spider Weaver is losing charges? So I'm dumb because yeah, the kit didn't match, the kit in game and the kit on msf.gg don't match, so I'm dumb because of that. But Tauna recycling content, recycling a topic like from months ago to try to create some kind of outrage in the community against Scopely, creating more negative content in the community, he thought it was a good idea. And for the people that say that Tauna did not knew that the screenshots were from my video, you can see right here that he deleted over 30 messages from different people, including myself. He deleted over 30 messages throughout the last 24 hours, and you can see right here they're mentioning my name, and all the messages are gone. Then he says right here that oh, he didn't knew. He says, oh, it came to my attention that it was shared from other content creator. I was not, he didn't know about this. He didn't know about this. Well, we have these screenshots from the Tauna's Discord that say exactly that Tauna is lying. Tauna is lying because he knew exactly. Look at that. DuArktik broke NDA. So how did I broke NDA if you didn't knew that it was me who shared the leaked information? How did you not knew? And then you posted the video. How do you do that? And we know we are in Australia. This was yesterday in the morning. Then you uploaded your video. And then hours after, when you woke up again, you made this new video where you decided to call me dumb. That's it, Tauna. Once again, you get exposed. Why are you doing this to yourself? You are just creating bad press for yourself. It's just dumb. This is actually dumb. You are just creating bad press for yourself, and now you are inciting the people from your Discord to raid my Discord, which is against the terms of service from Discord, by the way, and you are asking people to harass me and bring back some screenshots from 2 years ago or 3 years ago that, I mean, in 3 years you have nothing else than my Discords. Now you're even going to my Twitter to see what I'm sharing on Twitter. I'm openly right-wing conservative. Like, how can I be more open than that? The ideas I have, it's pretty much known for across the board. So in 3 years, that's all you have, nothing else. So if that's all you have and nothing else, you are just creating a disservice to yourself. So now that I'm not allowed to sleep because of the situation that you create, let's take a look at KANG in raids and see how well it performs. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna take a look at the Doom raids on difficulty 5, Doom 3 raids on difficulty 5, and we're gonna do all nodes. We're gonna try to do all nodes and see how it works out. Some nodes, they go better than others, but this is the first time experience, and I apologize because sometimes I'll have to jump to the next node because I was waiting for the energy refresh and it took like 10 minutes or so, but I didn't stop the recording. That's why I'm going to change it. It's not because I would like to trying to double tap to give you a better impression of the character than it actually is. So this is going to be 100% raw footage of my first attempt with KANG on the Doom raids, Doom 3 raids on difficulty 5, replacing Iron Man with KANG. Okay, so let's take a look at these characters in action. So first point that we can see right away is that he's going to be able to remove those evades from Psylocke. Now, I think that might be better to use the basic from KANG here. So then you can use the ultimate instead of the special, because the special is kind of a waste. You give him the offense up, but at the same time you don't have the offense down. And the offense down is more important than offense up, because offense up, it only affects one character. The offense down affects all characters. Okay, so let's take a look at what we are doing here. So as you can see, the first wave of enemies, they got destroyed fairly easy. And now you're going to be able to ability block or Wong or Nico Minoru. Those are the characters are a little bit problematic. This node is going to take a little bit longer than normal because I was really trying to figure out how to use this character properly. And now we are going to use the ultimate, and because I have Kang as a striker, you want to make sure that you attack enemies with vulnerability, so he gets that additional turn meter that he has on his basic. So you can see right there, we had a crit for 800,000, this Kang is 5 yellow, 5 red, so that's very, very impressive. And now we have the isolate attack for 800,000 plus some extra change from the isolate attack. So those are huge numbers, and wow, the damage is really, really impressive, which is great because if we can use this character instead of Iron Man, that would be great, because Iron Man is kind of trash, and he also uses those gamma radiations that you need for Abomination, Red Hulk, and the OG Hulk. Okay, so Wong got destroyed. It's actually impressive that I time out, because we are just doing some insane damage, but I was really trying to make sure I have all cooldowns available for the next node, and that kind of shafted me a little bit because I just took too long to get rid of the enemies. So I try to prioritize that Spider-Woman. We have offense down on her, but even with offense down and even with ability block, she's quite dangerous because she has a decent amount of focus. So I'm going to try to rush on her and protect myself by applying offense down to the enemies. We still have the barrier, we have a few deflects, and Kang the Conqueror, he can give a defense up with his special. You're gonna see it right here, and this is very convenient because the Bionic Avengers, they don't have defense up in the middle of the match. They just have those 2 turns of defense up on spawn, and those 2 turns of defense up, they go away fairly quickly. Okay, so you can see there, I used the basic. I should not have used the basic. I should have used the special, because even if I would use the special, I should have enough time to get the cooldowns back to it, and it wouldn't be a problem at all. So like this, I kind of wasted a little bit of time, but once again, remember that this is the first time we are trying this character, especially in the context of raids, which we cannot reset multiple times, and I don't have access to the test server. If I was an envoy and I have access to the test server, I would probably have already footage to show you with this, with multiple resets of a perfect scenario where Kang would be working perfectly on raids. Okay, so we have 3 enemies left, and the Magic and Colossus, they take a little bit longer to defeat them because they have extra armor, they have the drain, they have the barrier and so on, so it's gonna take a little bit longer, and you'll see that I almost time out. And keep in mind that I was going to sleep before I did this. I was almost going to sleep, so my brain is mostly turned off, but still we were doing it, but yeah, it compromised the gameplay a little bit. Okay, so Colossus and Magic, they are the lonely survivors, and we have most of the cooldowns. You can see that Kang is excellent also because he keeps removing those deflects, and look at the amount of piercing damage that Kang does to Colossus. Is very impressive. It's actually mind-boggling the amount of piercing damage that we are able to dish out for Colossus. So Colossus is now gone, and now you just have to do a few basics against the Magic, and we are done here. And now we can take a look at the second node, which was way better. I was more awake during the second node. Okay, there you go. Let's take victory. Yes, victory or death. Okay, so let's take a look at the second node. I used a few power cores just to make sure that I have enough energy for all the nodes. And we are going to use the same characters, the same setup. In my opinion, we might have to change the isolate around a little bit because I'm not getting enough vulnerabilities on the enemies. So yeah, we don't have as much crit because Iron Man is not present. So instead of using Vision as a skirmisher, maybe the best option is going to have Vision as a striker, just to have some additional vulnerabilities. Okay, so let's take a look at what exactly I'm going to do. I'm able to apply the slow to the enemies, but I could also apply the defense down. And this defense down is a big deal. This is a big deal because these enemies, they don't have a lot of HP. So if you can do some big burst damage to them, you're going to avoid a lot of problems. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Look at that big damage and all those defense downs. And now Deadlock is going to be able to use his ultimate and do tons and tons of bleeds on those characters. And he also does piercing damage. So that defense down plus piercing damage is just amazing. Okay, so now we are going to turn and rewind that Kitty Pride. I'm not exactly sure if we are able to turn and rewind her because of the turn meter that Kang gives at the beginning of the match. I still didn't figure out if he does in raids 2 or not. I need to pay a little bit more attention to check that out. But yeah, it's definitely making a difference. The slows and the defense downs are really increasing the speed of how Bionic Avengers are able to deal with these enemies on this node number 2. Okay, so we have the second wave of enemies, and you have to be careful with this one. If you let Shang-Chi to go around, he's probably going to destroy you, and you don't want that. So it's a good idea to ability block him to prevent that situation. We got lucky. We also ability block Winter Soldier, and now we are going to destroy Shang-Chi. And usually Star-Lord T'Challa is someone that he does big burst damage, but because we have the barrier, because we have defense up, and because we usually have deflects on Hulkbuster, it's not a big deal. Okay, so let's see, I'm going to use the basic on Bishop. You can see, look at that amount of damage that he is taking in the face. He got completely destroyed. And now I have Zemo, and this Zemo is problematic because he spawns with the defense up and immunity. You can remove it if you use the Vision Ultimate, but it doesn't always work out very well. And it's one of those situations where you are facing just a few enemies, but not enough enemies, and the enemies that you are facing, they have a very low amount of health, and therefore you have to be extremely careful with your cooldown. So you can see that I one-shotted with my Kang, Zemo, and Iceman at the same time. That was like, what? That was insane. I was not expecting it, and it really compromised the amount of energy I have on my cooldowns. And then Kang just removes the evade, and he's going to smash. I thought I was going to have one additional turn, but unfortunately no. But look at these animations from Kang. The killing animation for Kang is very impressive. I really like it. The artwork, the art department once again in Marvel Strike Force made an amazing job with animations of Kang. There you go, victory again. Okay, now let's take a look at the boss node, and once again we are going to use exactly the same team, but as you can expect, this is not going to go very well because, yeah, unfortunately I didn't have many of the cooldowns available, and it really compromised how successful this was going to be. Okay, so I'm going to push this just a little bit forward. Okay, there you go, we are ready to go. As you can see, I didn't require any additional healing, so now I'm going to pay attention and see if Kang gives turn meter on spawn hydrants as well or not. So let's pay attention to that. Let's see if he gives the turn meter or not, because even that 5% alone makes a huge difference for the... Oh yeah, there we go. He got the 5% additional turn meter. That minor speed up on the Bionic Avengers makes a huge difference. Okay, so you can see my Deadlock start to getting destroyed. He has the blind, but the blind doesn't really affect him. And here I went after Kate Bishop. Not exactly sure if it was the best option, because her special and her basic do pretty much the same thing, which is to remove positive effects. And usually I like to turn and rewind the enemies here, but I didn't have the cooldown, so I had to ability block Dr. Doom with Vision and hope for the best. Now, something you can do is to not pull Jubilee below the 50% health, otherwise Beast is going to buff the enemy team, and that's going to create some problems for you, which you don't want. So that's the usual gameplay on this boss node, and you can see that we are taking a little bit too much damage because we didn't have the cooldowns ready. Now we're going to do some big bleeds on the enemies. Now we can finally turn rewind. Not exactly sure if it was the best moment to do it, but yeah, that's the moment we did it. And the reason why I say this is because maybe I could apply first defense down to the enemies and then do the ultimate with Vision. That would result in a lot more damage. Okay, so once again, I'm going to use the ultimate of Kang the Conqueror to do a bunch of damage to the enemies. Look at those crits. Oh my god, what is this? Damn boy, that was so painful. So yeah, if they take any turn, they are going to die. I didn't dare to use that ultimate there. That ultimate was very overkill. But I guess whatever, it didn't matter too much. Okay, so now you're going to apply ability block to Dazzler. We don't want her to flip any negative effects on the enemy side and apply slow to us. And now we have Miss Marvel and Ultron. So we have to ability block Ultron, but we also have to ability block Kate Bishop? No, Echo. We have to ability block Echo because she's going to apply evades and we don't want to deal with those evades, but probably unnecessary. Either way, it doesn't really matter because we are going to be able to ability block Ultron either way. Ultron was not the problem was Kate Bishop and Bishop. Both of them are quite annoying, and it's actually funny that both are called Bishops. But yeah, you can see that I'm going to try to ability block Ultron. I got lucky, and yes, I was able to ability block him. But either way, it didn't matter much because, yeah, the Kate Bishop with offense up, she's going to destroy me. At this point in time, you really want to have some blind or some way of removing the positive effects from the enemy. I also probably didn't play this one properly. I should have targeted Echo and tried to remove her because she keeps attacking my team and it's quite painful. Now I try to apply the blind. It didn't really matter much. And even if I would blind Kate Bishop, she would still be able to attack me. And then Dazzler, look at that. Dazzler has literally no health, and with offense up, she completely destroys my team. So unfortunately, I ignored Dazzler, and Dazzler completely kicked me in the balls because, yeah, she had all those bleeds, but it was not enough to finish her off. Okay guys, so that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. A showcase of KANG the Conqueror in raids, on the Doom 3 raids, on difficulty 5. In my opinion, very impressive. And if KANG the Conqueror has viability like this in other game modes as well, this is going to be one of the best characters that we have available in the game right now. And it's quite remarkable and even a good thing, because I was getting tired of the Bionic Avengers. It was always a team that frustrated me because how slow Iron Man was and how expensive he is to get up. It's a character that you cannot take to Gear T16 or Gear T17, also because of the centerpiece uniques. And on top of that, the Bionic Avengers also have low viability on other game modes. So if you are a new player and if you still did not invest on your Bionic Avengers, now you can ignore Iron Man and focus instead on KANG the Conqueror, because overall it's going to give you an additional value in all game modes across the board and not just in raids. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.